Aloha Magic Tribe. Happy Aloha Friday. Happy Venus retrograde. I'm totally here in my creative Venusian laboratory. In my mad scientist look here. But I just had a question come through in my direct messages and I thought it would be really helpful for more people to hear the answer. So the question was, if you're thinking of signing up for Shamanic Star Sound, which is my new sound healing course, link is in my bio, what sound healing instruments should you get? So this is a really great question. And there's actually not an answer to that in that way. It's like there are no sound healing instruments that you should get for the course. The very, very last thing that I want you to do is to buy some instruments because they're the instruments that I have, and you buy them for this course and then you kind of use them and then you don't really make the sessions and it come to the Q&A calls and then you're like, meh, can we just not have that happen? Because I'm so serious about having this medicine of sound go out to more people in a really, really big way, and to really empower you and to educate you so that you can be full of integrity in the medicine of sound that you carry, and that this medicine can reach more people in a true and pure and authentic way, because it has the power to do that. It has the power to shift and change everything for all of us. And I get into more of that inside the course. But the other thing too is that as soon as you sign up for the course, you get access to the member area where there is a video, about 25 minutes, where I go through all of my instruments, where I got them, what I think about each one, how I use them, recommendations for where you can buy them too. So that is inside of the member area as soon as you sign up. So you will totally get all of the details for that when you sign up for the course. And you can do that through the link in my bio. Now, but as an overview, so if you are considering investing in the course, then that means investing in getting some sound healing instruments for yourself, if that's what you choose to do. You do not have to have instruments to take level 1 of the course. You can just be learning about sound healing. Excuse me. So the first thing to know is that it really depends on your intention for your personal sound healing practice. It depends on what you want to do with sound. And so this can come in a few different ways. It could be that you have a healing practice already, or you're in school to have a healing practice. Maybe you're going to be an acupuncturist, or you already are one, or a massage therapist, or any other kind of healing. Gosh, therapy will be so amazing with sound healing. Jeez. So many different things. And then it also depends on so if you're going to do individual one-on-one kind of healing work, or if you're going to do more group work. So that can be something as simple as, playing some sound for your yoga class, or it could be leading full-on ceremonies. And so I'm going to teach you everything that I know about doing both of those, because I've been doing both of those. So the other thing about getting instruments is to know that it is better if it's, in my opinion, it is better if it's a gradual process. I really wouldn't get more than 3 instruments at one time unless you've already been using them, you've already been borrowing them or playing with them through someone else. Because it's kind of like when you go on Amazon and you're super, super stoked about this new topic that you just found about, and then you want to get all the books, and you want to get all the audio books, and you want to research it, and then all the books come, and then you maybe read 1 or 2, and then you kind of fall off the horse, or off the bandwagon, as they say. So that's really not the intention that I want to have for you. And the other thing is that there is a real relationship that you are forging, that you already have with these instruments. So there are many, many, many different kinds of sound healing instruments. I will not name them all in my examples because there are too many. And there are ones that I have personal experience with. So For me, it's like I have always been attracted to more of the crystalline frequencies, the crystal technologies, and things that sound kind of like spacey and weird. So there are many different things. So you will know there's a resonance in your being with what sound healing instruments you want to work with and which sound healing instruments want to work with you, because they are completely sentient beings full of cosmic consciousness with their own personalities and agendas. so, um, so I did not acquire all of my sound healing instruments in one go by any means at all. It's been a very gradual process. So before I started doing group work, which I've been doing for about a little over a year and a half, before I was doing that, I was doing individual work where I had my acupuncture practice and I was doing a little bit of sound healing in my acupuncture practice. And so those kinds of instruments are different than the ones you'll have for groups. But I do generally like, for both camps, whether you're doing individual one-on-one work or group work, I do like to select instruments from two different kind of groups. And there is some overlap, but I'll just kind of go over this briefly. So two kinds of groups. One is more percussive and dispersing of energy, and the other one is more like smoothing and hypnotic. And so it's good to have both so that you can kind of clear the energy and you can kind of go on a journey. And I go over all of this in the anatomy of a sound journey inside the course. So, but different kinds of dispersive sound tools are like drums and rattles and bells and things like that, like kind of like gongs, like move the energy, right? In kind of like kind of ways. The ocean drum that I have where you move it from side to side, that's a very clearing, dispersing energy. And then you want to have things that are more smoothing and hypnotic and can kind of like stretch and bend time. And so that is like, of course, crystal bowls, Tibetan bowls, hand pans. Hand pans can kind of do both camps. What else? Oh, the tuning forks. I have a rain stick that I use for something like that. Didgeridoos. There are many, many different things. So, and if you're going to be doing one-on-one work, you'll have smaller tools. So when I was doing my one-on-one practice, I used the bells. I used tuning forks. And I also used a feather. So you can also use things that are not like traditional sound healing instruments. Like in ceremony, they do the chakapa, which is a bunch of branches woven together. And then having, but then if you're in large groups, you would have things that are more full sound, like a set of crystal singing bowls, like gongs, like larger, like the hand pan. So there's many of them that overlap, but it really depends on what your intention is, what kind of healing work you're going to be doing. And it's not all healing work, what kind of journey work you're going to be doing. It depends on your budget. It just depends on what kind of tools you're called to. So, but for the Sound Lab, for the course, I do recommend that you have at least like one or two instruments from both of those camps, from the dispersive and from the more smoothing and hypnotic, so that we actually have something to work with. So yeah, I hope that that is helpful. I feel like I covered everything. Yeah, let me know if you have any questions. And of course, I am so excited to be bringing sound healing medicine to so many more people, to be empowering you and educating you and providing a space where you can really learn from the instruments, right? Like that is a huge, 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 huge thing. Biggest part of entering into sound medicine work is like learning from the instruments, because they are powerful and potent teachers. So I'm so grateful to be able to hold that space and to provide any education and inspiration and illumination that I have from my experience. And yeah, if you're considering joining us, the link is in my bio, and I hope to see you there.